Hey guys, welcome back to Top Shot Hockey. Got a couple Series 1 collector's tins. I literally forgot I had these pre-ordered from... Like a lot of times I pre-order a lot of my cards like months in advance. Just because you never know how quickly some stuff's going to sell out. So I like to get them all pre-ordered. And I pre-ordered hobby boxes and retail boxes and fat pack boxes. And I thought I had received them all, but I didn't realize that the tins were behind compared to all the other stuff. And it's funny because Walmart had them in the stores there for a week or two before these ever showed up. So I honestly forgot that I had these coming. Well, the company I use, like if I order, say, 10 cases through, a couple different, that all have different release dates, they don't create a separate, invoice or anything, or order or whatever. So, sometimes they send part of an order, and the other part of the order, they don't send until it becomes available. But because on my app, because I use the shop app, it says that has been shipped. So I kind of forget what hasn't shipped from a certain order compared to the rest of the order. So it's like I always have random stuff showing up and be like, oh, okay. I didn't know I had ordered that. Well, I knew I ordered it. I didn't realize I didn't get it yet. It's crazy. So anyways, we'll start with these little, these are the, I think these are the die cut. Oh no, these are the glossy. The die cut ones they come in something different. I forget now. So we got a Cam York, Quinton Byfield, and Trevor Zegras. And see, but I don't know if this is bronze or gold. I really wish they would label it. That's what I think I like about the Allure and the Allure and O-Pee-Chee Platinum inserts or parallels. They're labeled because, even some of the rainbow ones for was that O-Pee-Chee Platinum? Unless you're looking at the right angle, you can't even tell if it's a rainbow. So here's a Veleno. Look at that, Zegras and Byfield again. So that's pretty good. These glossy rookies are really funny, value wise. They tend to be quite low, but if you look at previous years, some of the really top guys, if they really develop quite well, their cards can get up there to maybe 10 or 20 bucks, but for the most part they stay quite low. I don't know if that's just because they're relatively easy to get compared to the ones that how many are produced in a regular, compared to the regular rookies, because the ratios for young guns can be quite low. Well, probably too, because I think this set's only got 10 rookies in it. So the chances of you getting a Byfield or a Zegras are quite high because there's only 10 rookies to pull from compared to 50 in Series 1 of Young Guns. 150 if you collect all 3 series. So that makes sense. Sorry, I didn't narrate any of the other cards. I'm so bored with Series 1. I've opened so much. I've seen every card, it feels 100 times, that, I'm ready to see something new. Series 2, I think, is supposed to come out, it's really soon. It's, in the next week or so. So, it'd be nice. We'll hopefully get, because I've got some pre-ordered, so I should, as soon as I get it, I'll post some videos, and you guys out there are probably just as bored of Series 1 as I am, and you're probably really looking forward to seeing the cards in Series 2, because it just feels like there's been a bigger gap than usual between the series coming out too, because everything's just so pushed back and delayed from all the shortages and supply chain issues and whatnot, that I still remember it being this much of a gap, but I could be wrong. But here's a Daniel Walcott. It's funny too, because Tampa's got so many random rookies on their team. Some of them end up being really good. Like this guy only played one game last year. I don't remember much about him. He's probably one of those career AHLers that's really not probably going to amount to much, but it's hard to say with Tampa. You know, they like to, they almost have that Detroit model, because when Yzerman came over from Detroit to Tampa, they like to let their rookies, their young players, marinate for quite a while. So, oh, here's a Swayman Dazzler. That's nice. Like Barboulay, who's been in the minors forever. Ross Colton, I think, was in the minors for a while, and like now he's basically an important part of that team now. Barboulay still can't really get a foothold, though. It's funny, they put him on waivers. Seattle picked him up, and then Tampa picked him back up again, but they still barely play him. But who knows? You never know with Tampa. Like, they're going to probably, try to win their third cup and maybe have to get rid of some more players again in the offseason, and then some random dude's going to end up being the star on that team coming up. There's Duncan Keith. Hundo P. Yeah, I think I opened up so much Series 1. I think I ended up making, oh my god, I can't even remember, like 10 full sets. Not counting the Young Guns. And still had, like, tons of cards left over. Like, I just opened way too much. Cole Lind, Young Gun. So, like, I'm just done with this series. Having said that, I never dislike opening packs, because this, I don't know, this is the thrill of the hunt. You never know what you're gonna get. You know, it could be one of these random packs that we get, you know, like some random card none of us have ever seen, some super rare, you know, like insert or something. You know what I've never really pulled, and like the only time I ever pulled one, it was just a regular base card, is those high gloss exclusives. But could you imagine pulling like a high gloss exclusive Caulfield or something like that, like, or a clear cut Caulfield? Like, that would just be ridiculous. But like, you just don't see those. Like, I'm even shocked when I see them at card shows. I'm like, dude, how did you get that? It's always the same story. Some random pack the guy opened. So, like, you know, obviously they're out there. They exist somewhere. It's just, like, for the longest time, I had never got a printing plate. And then I got one out of a random pack, and it just happened to be a Crosby one. And I was just like, I was in shock. I was like, I can't believe I'm holding this in my hand. Like, never ever seen a printing plate. First one I ever get's a Crosby one. And then I ended up getting 3 more since then. So I've opened up 4 from packs. But a couple of the ones I got were from the CHL and the AHL sets, and they're a little bit more common in those. Like the Crosby one I got was from MVP, which I think they're a bit rare. Every time I see that card, I think it's a TJ Brody card, but it's actually Zach Hyman, whose face is there. He's just getting tackled by Brody. What we got here? Tolvanen. Mickey retrospective. Last pack. I find like I've never really had much luck with the tins as far as pulling some high value cards. They're just cool because to get the tin is like Gustafsson Young Gun. And I guess these are exclusive to the tin, so that's kind of cool. So is that bronze or gold? Like, that's what throws me off. Or copper, or whatever they call it. I really wish they would label the back. If anybody knows the difference, just send me a comment. I'd love to know, because I've looked at ones from previous years too, and just to me they're just too tricky to tell. Like, it just is too They're too similar. Anyways, hope you enjoyed. Have a great day. Hope you like and subscribe.